Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, at this opportunity, I would like to tell you about the 10 articles that I've reviewed before as assignment for extensive reading course. And all of the 10 articles that I've reviewed are mostly talk about educational things and concern and teachers and students. All of the 10 articles that I've reviewed can be divided into 3 parts, so I am going to divide this session into 3 parts. First session is going to talk about some articles that I've reviewed related to teachers. And then the second one, it is related to some methods that can be applied by the teacher in the classroom. And the third one is talk about some factors that may be affect or influence the students in the classroom. So let's start the session. In this first session, I'm going to tell you about some articles that I've reviewed related to the teachers. And the first article is called as When Teaching Becomes Learning by Miriam Gamoran Sharin. In this article are concerned about what are things that can be learned by the teachers in the classroom. The teachers can also learn some things that in the result, Miriam Gamoran divided into 3 areas. The first is their understanding of the subject matter, and then the view of the curriculum material, and the third is knowledge of students' learning. And there are also articles that related to this article. It is written by Claire Margolinas and then Laliana Coolidge and then Anna Bissett, and it's called as What Can the Teacher Learn in the Classroom? This is also talk about what things that can teachers learn in the classroom, but this one are concentrate on a subcategory of knowledge of the teachers that they call as didactic knowledge that grows from teachers' observation and reflection upon students' mathematical activity in the classroom. Both of the articles are related into mathematical themes. The 2 articles that related to the teachers that I've reviewed before. When we talk about the teachers, there are also some methods that can be applied in the classroom, and might be some question from the teachers, is that method that I do is right or not? And there are also some research about it. And I also reviewed the articles in this semester. The third articles is called Simultaneous and Reading in EFL, helping second language learner read and enjoy reading more efficiently. It is written by Billy Woodwall, and they are investigated the effect on the comprehension gains for the basic level English language learner. And the results is the students that learn when reading and also listen to the materials that read by the teacher, they are outscore the group of the students that learn by learning silently. And this is also related to the next articles. It is called as the relationship between listening and reading rates of Japanese EFL learners. And for your information, EFL stands for English as foreign language. These articles are written by Akio Hirai, and this is intends to examining and establishing the relationship between the listening rates and reading rates. So this method, as we know that the first language learner or the native speakers are optimal when they are doing listening and readings rates. And then an IQ Hirai is wants to know, is there any difference between when the reading and listening apply to the foreign language learner. And then the result is there are no significant differences between native speakers learners reading and listening rates and the foreign language learners in reading and listening rates. So they are both also optimal. The next is the articles that is still they might be question about the teachers. This is talk about the pessimistic that our grammar is not really doesn't really help the students and improve their skills in speaking English. But based on Robert W. Grant, this article called as "Yes, Teaching Grammar Does Help." So Robert W. Grant he found some techniques that can help teachers to improve the students' skills by learning grammar. So there are some methods that he tells on these articles, and the results is the students can also learn how to improve their skills in learning English by learning the structure of the sentences, which is called as grammar. And let's move to the next article. As we know that some bilingual students can outperform the monolingual students and nonverbal tasks that require resolving conflict from compelling alternative. But based on the articles or the research studies that written by Gigi Luke, Jenny Pyers, Alan Bielsock, and Karen Emory, that called as the source of enhanced cognitive control bilinguals. Both of the bilinguals and monolingual students can also resolve conflict from compelling alternative in some nonverbal tasks, and so there are no differences between bilinguals and monolinguals, but the bilinguals get some advantages and control cognitive because they can controlling two language and the same modality is bilingual. So let's move to the next session. As I told you, in this session I would like to tell you about some articles that I reviewed during this first semester that is related to factors that can influence or affect the students in the classroom and learning languages. So there are two articles that are got the same title but different a little bit, but both of the articles are talk about the environment factors for students in learning languages. So the first So the next article is called as Social Factors and Language Proficiency in Postsecondary Spanish Immersion, Issues and Application by Andrew Lynch, Carol A. Clare, and Diane J. Tadic. So the second one that are similar into this article are the social environment of the second language listening. Does status play a role in comprehension by Karen Carrier? Both of the articles are similar, talk about the environment that can affects the students in learning languages. So in social factors and language proficiency and post-secondary Spanish immersion, issues in application by Angelina Carroll Akeley and Diane Tedic is concentrate in Spanish language, and the result is the environment does affect the students and learning, and it is also same as the second articles that I mentioned before. It examined about the status that was believed by many people to play a role in comprehension, and the result it is yes, because the social relationship has an effect on language behavior, and then the social relationship also has an effect on conversational interaction, and the third is conversational interaction has an effect on listening comprehension. So that is why the status of the students and the good environment can also be different with the students that had a lack of environment that not support them, because the students that had a good environment, they can get a lot of things to listen, and by listening some people are can understand easily by listening. And then still in talk about some effect that can be influence the students is also there are articles. It is called as the impact of maternal depression in young children. So it is written by A.D. Cox and then C. Pickering and then A. Pound and Emil. So they are examined about between the children of depressed mother and children of non-depressed mother. So they found there are some differences between them, and they did this studies about 6 months, and there are some differences between children of depressed mother and non-depressed mother. First is the children of depressed mother is more emotional, and then they are also had more behavioral disturbance, and then the last is delay in expression in language. So, and also the mother of the depressed and the mother that depressed, and they not also responsive to their children, and also they are less able to sustain the social interaction with the people. And last but not least, that can influence the students in the classroom by learning languages. There are also the articles that I reviewed, and this is called as Are Women Less Selfish Than Men? And it's written by Catherine C. Eckel and Philip J. Grossman. They did some research between a few women and a few men and how they are charity for their environment, and the result is yes, the women are less selfish than men, because the women are twice more than a man in charity things. So that is why maybe in the classroom the girl is really good at listening, because their empathy is twice more than a man. So that is why. So that's all of the 10 articles that I've reviewed in this first semester. Thank you so much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.